Alrighty, folks. Life is it's never easy. There's lots of twists and turns in life. And the One Ritual at a Time family got a doozy the other day. I will let Carlos share the news that we got the other day, but we're going to talk about it. We're going to dive in and we're going to just talk about moving forward. Carlos, the floor is yours.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Ty. Thank you, Mike. So, about maybe a week before my 44th birthday in April, I got diagnosed with cancer. But prior to that, I've been battling a lot of illnesses. I had surgery about a year ago, a year and a half ago, and so all the illness that I felt, I thought it was related to that. And I kept going to the urgent care. Being a guy, I just didn't want to go to see the doctor and all this stuff. And I thought I was so busy and trying to, you know, uh, stay busy because I think
Right.
that's a false sense that I felt. And I actually, as I'm going through this process, being diagnosed with cancer, I started putting some reflection in my life, putting things in perspective, and how I perceive myself, how other people perceive me, and just a lot of deep questions, a lot of the sad moments where I felt depressed and
Sure.
lonely. I talk about it because those are the emotions that I went through the first couple of weeks. I thank God that my church and the people around me rallied again around me. And when I got diagnosed with cancer, I think I was in a bad stage. I could not. Every fluid that I would drink would just stay on the top of my belly. Every food, so my belly was just retaining all this, and I was so much pain and so much agony. And when I was diagnosed with cancer, after the test, they did this product they called Kool-Aid. Actually, the term is actually the Red Devil.
Mhm.
It's a chemo, and when they put this in, about maybe 4 or 5 days, the tumor or the mass that I had here went away. And when that went away, I was happy. I thought, oh, this is it. And the doctors know this is one of many to come. And the most recent thing that I could tell you right now is like not having eyelashes. They're falling off. My hair's
Mhm.
falling off. And each time these things happen, I think my spirits kind of I get these lows. And but I hear a lot of testimony of people, children going through the same thing I'm going through.
Mhm.
And when I see that and I see them battling and striving and pushing forward, I think I cannot quit.
Yeah.
I cannot stop. I can't be this person. I think I really believe that all of us as individual were meant for great purpose. There's a deeper in us. There's something deep inside of us. Just and then when I see you, Mike, when I see Ty, when I see all these men, any people that I surround myself, I start observing what drives you guys. What, and in that sense, I'm like, okay, I need to stop being this. I've been listening to a podcast about psychology, how we think and how we operate. And one of the things I felt like the analogy one of the guys were talking about is like when you see a fly hitting the glass, it wants to leave the area, but it's constantly hitting the glass, not knowing that 10 feet or maybe around the corner there's a door where you can step out. And
Yeah.
I feel like a
Mhm.
lot of us entrepreneurs, business owners, or just we're like that fly. We're just hitting that glass, not understanding that life is more than just, there's other ways to get where we want to be. And I feel like through this process, I realized, I just I can't be walking without planning. I can't be walking without thinking. I can't be that person no more. And I just felt like
Mhm.
this situation isn't a bad thing. I think it's an opportunity. And so an opportunity for me to grow, opportunity to understand my calling, understanding my purpose,
Mhm.
and actually start thinking, making and start changing things. And one of the things I thought I was going to fail was just providing for my family, and I can tell you, God has been good. I got a lot of love. A lot of people from the ORaaT has come through. A lot of people from in the community and showing a lot of support, and I'm grateful. And one of the things that I realize is I sometimes get it, and my pride gets in my way. But I think it's it's not asking for help.
Mhm.
And one of the things that I realized during this process is that without the people around me, and if they don't know what's going on, they won't be able to help me. And a lot of people did help, and a lot of people are continuing to help. And being here today and sharing this with you, it's kind of feeling vulnerable about it, but I
Mhm.
I I know that I need to do this to grow past this. And today, I did my running, listened to a little summary of a book called Intentions, and each of us, we have greatness, and each of us, we're capable of doing great things, and it just
Yeah.
um we just got to make those changes. And I'm glad that you give me the platform to do that right now, Mike. And I if I could share anything for all the men out there, uh see a doctor. Make it a habit,
See a
because
doctor.
sometimes, yeah, see a doctor, go see a doctor, go work out.
Mm.
I could tell you, your our eating habits are really bad when you're out there grinding. The time we eat, the times we shouldn't eat, and what we shouldn't eat. And I'm gonna tell you this: they give me this medication that gives me the urges for carbs, but they do that on purpose because after chemo, I have no energy. And
Mm.
I think I had no energy 4 days without this medication. And it's like my wife was just dragging me around,
Mm.
making sure that I'm awake and everything's all right. But without it, I wouldn't have the energy. And so, but it also creates this appetite. And
Mm.
so, this me going up every morning to get up and run and walk, it is something that I have to do to be able to offset this medication. And um, just recently, I bought weights. I'm waiting for my son, who's in Jamaica, to come and join me, and we're going to work out.
Mm.
And but the Carlos before would have been probably worried about, I don't have a job this coming week. I don't have this. The guys need to get paid. And I think those are in life. I think those are secondary sometimes, because without me being present, or if I would have been not here on April, I would have my parents, my parents, with my mom, and my wife and my kids, all of them would be sad that I'm no longer here. They wouldn't even care what I was doing, or how I was providing. They would rather have me here present. And so
Mm.
I think it's just about our perspective and things. And I don't know what else to say, guys. I'm just glad, and I'm grateful I'm here. And if I
Mhm.
could tell anybody, guys, I know we're grinding to get somewhere,
Yeah.
but don't neglect your health. Don't
Yeah.
neglect. Don't,
Health.
mhm.
Health is wealth. I think I've heard lots of people
Correct.
say. There's a couple of
Yeah.
things I want to put out there, Carlos. First, One Rental at a Time is a monster community. I know we have um, dozens and dozens of doctors, several cancer doctors. They've reached out to me over the years on different things,
Hmm.
and they might be watching this. So one thing I
Hmm.
haven't heard is I don't know. If, forgive me, I don't know cancer. What kind of cancer? I want to know if there's any doctors out there that may have some advice, may take a phone call from Carlos if he has questions. I know he has his own, but sometimes a second opinion from a caring
Right.
audience member would be interesting. So do you want to share? Is it called a kind or type or whatever it's called?
Yeah, it is. It's a type of lymphoma cancer. Um,
Okay.
it is the rarity that I have is something I just can't pronounce it.
Nor
It's
can
a
I.
big long word. Yeah, it's just it's a cancer that it affects my lymphoma system.
Okay.
And and so one of the things that the doctor was saying, like, this coming tomorrow, I'll be having a PET scan, and
Okay.
they're going to go, and all this is being done at Clovis Community here locally.
Cool.
Uh, and Dr. Alam, which is a cancer doctor here in the Valley, is one of the best doctors, is the one attending me, and he is the one looking over the results.
Nice.
I will have results on Thursday about this PET scan. What they're
Okay.
looking is to see if all the masses and all the other stuff they found at the beginning are
Mhm.
gone. Um, Blood work, everything seems to be in order. Everything's fine, and
Nice.
I'm 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 the first to say I don't want to do chemo no more. It really sucks. It really drags. It really
Yeah. It's
beats up the
poison.
body. Yes, it's poison. Yeah, and
Yeah.
but also in the other side of that coin, I realize how resilient we really are. How our bodies really can just recover from that.
Mm.
Um, and like honestly, there's things like I got numbing fingers, I got hair growing, not growing back. I have there's a lot of skin pigment that are changing, but
Mm.
it's the process of this chemo. Um, and and but you know, Mike, if is there anybody out there that is interesting and knowing, I would probably maybe put up another live and go a little bit more in depth of the medicine. I'll probably have my wife help me out because some of these words are like over my
Yeah,
head. Yeah.
there you go. Well, folks, there's a lot of you out there that have been through, you've known folks, maybe you've been through it. If you have some advice, you want to reach out, frankly, you want to support, you got some units in Fresno, you want him to quote some jobs. He is still working and grinding.
Yes.
Carlos, how would somebody reach out to you either for work or advice or good wishes? How should they reach out?
Well, you could also you can give us a call at 559-681-8431. That's 559-681-8431. You could also follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and that would be at cmg.services. And then also you could also find us online at www.fresno-handyman.com. And yeah, I again, guys, I'm 44 years old. I'm like younger than both of you guys out there,
Yeah,
and
by quite a bit.
by quite a bit. And so when this happened, I just didn't expect it. You know, it was shocker, and so I really talk to a lot of guys that in my field, and I tell them slow down and take the time to go see a doctor. Also, wear
Yeah,
a mask. We like, I don't know what's up with us in construction. We don't care. We think we're invincible. In reality, we're not. We're so fragile, and so wear masks, wear all your equipment, safety gear. I see a lot of us trying to do more, and sometimes less is better. And just got to take the time to organize ourselves
yeah,
and plan ahead. And so, anyways, just
yeah.
my two
L-
cents.
Love that, Carlos. You are amazing. You've always been a huge part of the channel. Everybody always comments. He's always smiling. That's the
Yeah,
Carlos we know, love, and
yeah,
respect. The entire family
yeah.
is here for you. You know, Ty and I are here for you. If we can help, we can help your
Yes,
wife.
definitely,
You know how to get a hold of us. Um,
definitely.
Thank you for being vulnerable, telling your story. I think it's important for all of us to realize that you know, life happens to all of us. It's not all roses. There are challenges,
Correct.
and it's how you rise and get up and move forward. You got a lot of people that care about you. You've
Yeah.
got a huge, lovely family, wife, kids, mom, dad. You're
Hmm.
not going anywhere. You just got to get through this. You got to
Yeah.
do the work. You're going to take care of yourself going forward. This will just be one bump in
Correct.
a life that's got multiple decades left. Just keep the faith.
Correct. Yes. Yes. Definitely.
Very, very cool. Well, Ty, I have no idea how we transition off of
I
that heavy
I
topic.
I want to ask Carlos. I saw on social media you out on the ocean with some dolphins, and
Oh,
I wanted to ask where are those dolphins at, and also like how old are your kids, and just
Yeah.
I really I wanted to I could see you out. Was that this last weekend that you were?
This is this past weekend, this Saturday and Sunday. On Saturday, we had a soccer game for my son, Levi. Three of my children are in Jamaica right now. I have five kids total, and the oldest one is 20, the youngest one is 8, and I got all the kids in between. And
yeah.
so three of them are in Jamaica right now, with a mission trip for the church. And then my oldest daughter Deborah and my youngest son Levi were with us, and we went to see a soccer game. Then we said, "Let's go to Newport," and we got on the car and we drove over there. We bought
Newport.
tickets
Nice.
for Newport. It was beautiful, 4 hour drive, and I wasn't driving. My wife was driving, and we got there. And honestly, I've never been. This will probably be my second trip on a boat, but it was beautiful to be out there, out in the ocean on the open, and got to see dolphins and seals. We didn't get no luck to see whales, but we got to see everything else, and we went back and came home, and we drove back for 4 hours. We got here about 2, 3 in the morning,
No,
and
that's a day trip. I like it.
that is a day trip, yeah. And so the next day, church, and then we had an airplane ride that we won for the mission trip. We actually donated, and we got a trip for an airplane over the weekend. And yeah, that's what we did last night. It's literally a different world when you see the world from that angle, everything's so small.
Hmm.
And one of the questions my son asked me, "Hey, Dad, does God see us that way?" And I go, "Oh yeah, He sees us even smaller because everything is the palm in His hand." Yeah,
Yeah.
we're a speck in His hands. I
Yeah.
tell him. And anyways,
Yeah.
it's it's a great weekend here. That's what I think. It's jumping on this call was important for me. It's something that I have to do now. And yeah, it's an interesting weekend too. Not besides what I did, but in the world itself, in politics and economics, and I'm here to hear you guys too talk about that. And go ahead.
I just want to say it really brings everything in perspective, because
Hmm.
we can look at the global stage of the world and what's going
Yeah.
on and nationally. But at
Hmm.
the end of the day, when you look at, okay, this is going on right now for you,
Hmm.
it really, I think it's a good reminder of,
Right.
keeping what's important, which
Right.
is you, your health, your family, your children, your
Right.
wife, your loved ones. And, I mean, I really believe that what this community represents isn't about, it's about real estate, but it's really not about real estate.
Hmm.
It's about the pursuit
Right.
of freedom, financial freedom, but even more important is it's that personal freedom. And it's about, that being able to, the time with your family and time with loved ones. And,
Hmm.
that's what it's really about. And so I think this, you sharing brings it all home. And so I want to
Yes.
say too that, I'm very inspired by you, Carlos, that for you to, show up to these calls, for the courage to share this on the channel, for you to, just even now, like I had no idea. And for you to share this on the channel, it's very courageous to put yourself out there and to share this openly and to be vulnerable, and, and just not only that, but just continue to, push forward, put a smile on your face. And the reality is not only that, but just to really say, you know what, this is what's important to me, my family, my children, my time now, and to just really share that. And so, is it okay, Carlos? Can you share your social media handle? And I'm not sure where I see you, if it's on Instagram or Facebook, but I was thinking about you this weekend and I was really present to you, not even knowing. This was the first time I heard
Mm.
about this. I didn't know that you were dealing with this. Can people reach out to you on social media? And is it okay that people show their support and love to you on social media? And it's okay if you prefer to not be reached out,
Oh no, definitely. You could find us at, especially we're really active in Instagram. Instagram has been really um one of the platforms that we use for our business and social. I haven't been really good at Facebook, but if you want to look at find us, we can find us at cmg.services, and then that's CMG services, and you'll see a picture of myself sitting there at the hub.
Mhm.
And other than that, you could also message us on Facebook. I just don't do a lot of Facebook. It's more Instagram, and
Sure.
it's easy for me to do reels and stuff like that. That's why. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you
CMG
could.
dot services. Send Carlos
Mhm.
some love, support. The one rental at a time is amazing. Because I know everyone here does the work we're carrying. We want everybody to win. We are
Yeah.
go-givers in this family. So do me a favor, send Carlos some love. CMG dot services. Let's just call that a wrap. There's no reason to talk about anything else today. Carlos, you're amazing. Ty, you're amazing. Folks,
Thank
take
you,
care.
guys.
Have an amazing day. Go show Carlos some love. CMG dot services. Later.